Okay, let me go ahead and just start. All right, so here's the deal. I logged on to Twitter tonight, and so all of a sudden I saw all these people talking about canceling Chris Rock and putting Chris Rock on blast. And I'm like, so I start seeing Seinfeld and Chris Rock and Ricky Gervais and Louis C.K. So I was like, wow, really? I was like, I wonder what this is all about. And then I went to Twitter and I searched it. And so I saw all of these folks talking about this video of Chris Rock allowing Louis C.K. to use the N-word. And I'm watching it and I'm going, that seems like an old video. I'm like, I know I've seen this video before. And lo and behold, this is a video from 2011. And so there was this sit-down conversation between Jerry Seinfeld, Louis C.K., Ricky Gervais, and Chris Rock about comedy. And what came up in it was the use of the N-word. And so a lot of people who were tweeting said they had never seen this video. They were just shocked by it. And I was sitting here going, well, I wasn't shocked by it because I actually saw the video several years ago. And I might have seen it actually when it first came out on HBO, but I know I've seen it in the last 2 or 3 years. And so folks were blasting. They were blasting Chris Rock. They were blasting Louis C.K. They were praising Jerry Seinfeld because he said, I don't think the word is funny. That's what he was saying. And people were like, oh my goodness, Jerry Seinfeld, the voice of reason. And I'm listening to it. And I'm seeing all these black people, celebrities and entertainers and other journalists and others, all kind of different people, commenting, just regular ordinary folks, and how they were, this whole deal, and they were all talking about how they were just, ashamed of Chris Rock, and people were saying how, we're going to cancel Chris Rock, and, how dare he, and what is wrong with him, and how, I just can't, how we were disappointed in Chris. And I'm listening to all of this, but then I'm listening to what they're saying. And what they're saying was, what they were saying is, this is wrong. Because you can't be co-signing a white man using the N-word. And I'm listening to him. And I'm going, so is your issue the N-word? Or is your issue Chris Rock being black, saying it's okay for this white man, Louis C.K., to say it? Is the issue you being comfortable or you being uncomfortable with a black man allowing two white men to say it and in essence giving permission? And so is that the issue or is it the word? And see, here's where I disagree with folks on this one. First of all, you're talking to somebody who has used the N-word in my life, but probably about 15, maybe 20 years ago, there was a moment of consciousness where I was like, why am I using a racially oppressive word to other black people? And why am I comfortable with it? And so when I ran the Chicago Defender, so this was either between 2004 and 2007, I actually put this on the cover and I said, look, either we're going to stop saying it or we're going to stop demanding other people to stop saying it. And it was highly controversial. In fact, I remember I had an argument with my staff because they felt that I should not have used the N-word in such large letters. And I'm going, why? And see, I've heard all the arguments. Michael Eric Dyson, we've debated this whole thing. He's talked about how Dr. King, the night before he died, he used the N-word in reference to Andrew Young, saying, nigga, where you been? And I said, okay, just because Dr. King used the N-word don't mean I still can't have a position on it. See, I don't buy this bullshit of, well, no, we drop the ER and we use the A and it's nigga instead of nigger. Oh, everything is great. Nah, that's BS. That's total BS. Because the word is the word. And see, the issue for me here is why are we literally saying that, well, no, it's a double standard, it's one that we should accept because it's not okay for a white person to use it or for somebody black to give a white person permission to use it. We're saying, no. We want that. See, I took issue with Kendrick Lamar in an interview with Vanity Fair when he called a white girl up on stage and she was reciting the lyrics from his song. And he stops his concert to admonish her for using the N-word. And I'm going, well, if you didn't want this white girl using the N-word, why in the hell did you put in one of your songs? See, this shows to me how absolutely stupid and asinine this is. But here's what it also has done. This also shows you the power of white supremacy. This shows you how unbelievably how white supremacy was so powerful that white supremacy literally has convinced black people that we can somehow reclaim a word that has been used against us in a vile, degrading, and negative manner, and now it's cool. Let me say that again. Let me repeat that again. We literally are hearing people say that we have reclaimed a word, and that now we have proclaimed it. Kendrick Lamar literally said in the Vanity Fair interview that white people, can we at least have this one thing to ourselves? Can we have this? This is the thing that we want? The N-word. Let me. Okay, I'm standing before one of the artistic pieces that I have. I can't remember the brother's name. Who did? I'm sorry, K.A. Williams. I want y'all to see this. This is important. K.A. Williams did this art piece. And this art piece is a young black woman who is, you can't see this, but she is looking out at the slave ships carting away the cargo. You see over here, to be sold, a cargo of 94 prime healthy Negroes consisting of 39 men, 15 boys, 24 women, and 16 girls. Okay, that's this piece. Over here is the same piece. A different bill here, but this is really depicting that sister over here as an older black woman still waiting. Now you may ask me, why am I doing this in front of this, and why am I making this point? Here's why. You reclaim something. See, y'all gonna make me preach this thing. You reclaim something that once was of value. Let me say that again. Let me say that again. When you reclaim something, what that means is it was once of value. In fact, let me read you the definition of reclaim. Retrieve or recover something previously lost, given, or paid, and obtain the return of. A verb. The second verb. Bring wasteland or land formerly underwater under cultivation. The noun. The action or process of reclaiming or being reclaimed. What that says is that if we are reclaiming the N-word, if we are taking it back, that means that the N-word once previously had value, and the value was taken from us, and we now taking it back. I'm going to use the motherland. Black people, people in Africa reclaim their land from colonizers, independence. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Ghana. We go down the line. Colonizers held it. The people reclaimed their homeland. So here we are, sitting here, defending what is totally BS. That's totally BS. We literally are. No, but let me explain you the nuance. Let me explain you the context. Why? How hard is it for somebody black to say, my brother? How hard is it for somebody black to say, my sister? So hold on. So I got my nigga, which is socially more acceptable than my brother, than my sister. Of the two groupings, which one is more affirming? My nigga? Or my brother, my sister? When my family came here for Christmas. I got 3 sisters. 2 who are here, 1 comes tomorrow. My brother comes Sunday. When I see my sister and go give her a hug, I'm going to say my sister. I'm not going to say what up my nigga. But with my brother, who's also my alpha brother, when I see him, it's what's up my brother. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, you have all of this outrage at Chris Rock, and they mad because Chris Rock said it's okay for a white man to say the N-word, yet I'll ask the same black people who are upset at Chris Rock, did y'all laugh at his comedy skit when he said there were black people and black people can't stand niggas? From Bring the Pain, 1996. No. I want y'all to think about that. And I'll wait for y'all to catch up. I want to know, did you have that? See, I want to know. So you're mad at Chris Rock today, but you laugh at Chris Rock when he uses the N-word. And yes, I saw Bring the Pain. Absolutely hilarious. Go watch the video on YouTube. Raucous laughter. Folks cracking up. Laughing big time at that comedy bit. Falling out laughing. Hilarious. So please tell me, please by all means, please tell me what's the real outrage. Let me go back to reclaiming here. How many Jewish folks do you know who have reclaimed, and I'm going to use the word here for the purpose of this discussion. How many of them have reclaimed the word kike? I'll wait. I don't use this word. But how many women have reclaimed the word cunt? How many Latinos have reclaimed the word wetback? I want you to take your time and think about that. See, if you are upset that, like Jerry Seinfeld said, I don't find it funny. Jerry Seinfeld wasn't saying that he didn't find it funny of a white man using it. Jerry Seinfeld said he didn't find it funny, period. The people are angry. Black people are really upset at Chris Rock because he gave Louis C.K. permission to use the N-word. As if, first of all, there's some black commission that we all can go to where it will allow us as black people to be able to run these things by in order for us to gain permission as to ascertain what it is we can and cannot say. See, this is how nonsensical things are for black people. And see, not only that, it's amazing to me of the Twitter outrage of a video that's 7 years old. So what's next? Are we now going to go back in time and now replay and reassess Eddie Murphy's Delirious and Raw? Because are we now going to take the Mark Twain Comedy Prize from Eddie Murphy? Is he now going to have to go on an apology tour because of the things that he said that could be deemed as racist, sexist, homophobic, anti-black, hyper-masculine? I mean, all the words and the phrases that we use today. Are we literally going to now do that? I just want to know. But I'm still fundamentally bothered by black people making these distinctions in terms of the N-word and how we are vigorously fighting it. I had somebody black, prominent journalist, tell me, man, I just can't stop saying it. Yes, you can. This brother's older than me. I was like, yes, you can. I said, I did. I said, I've removed it from my vocabulary. It's not like all of a sudden something happens and I go, damn that nigga. Okay, I'm not saying that word. No, that's how it was initially. But then I literally reprogrammed my mind to not use that word in reference to any other black person I see. In fact, I recoil when somebody uses it in my presence because I have so removed the N-word from my inner being that when it is said, Donnell Jones, the song. Ooh, say what, say what, say what. Bad jam. First line, me and my niggas. I hear that. I wish he changed to me and my homies. I do. I literally Lil Duval. Living my best life. I ain't worrying about you. No, I say, ain't worried about you haters. See, it is so natural for me now that, again, when I hear it, I'm like, oh. Doesn't mean that I don't hear it in music. Doesn't mean that I don't hear it in movies or in television. Doesn't mean I don't hear it in comedy specials. But because of my level of consciousness and how, for me, it is bad, if you will, I don't like it. And I've told people, don't use that word at me. You use a word at me on social media, I'll block you. I'll straight block you. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, don't matter. I'll block you. Don't call me that. Yo, Ro, you my nick? No, I'm not. Say my brother. I want us to stop being lazy. I want us to stop allowing white supremacy to still define our thinking. I want us to stop with this silly game where we are accepting of a word that is oppressive, that is despicable, that is shameful, that even when somebody white uses it today, we grow offended. See, that this ain't hard for me. The fact that all of these people are angry that Chris Rock, in a playful, laughing way, gives permission to a white comedian to use the N-word, and yet we are offended if somebody white uses the N-word targeting some other black person, but then we make this distinction when it's us talking to one another. Unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. And so you can disagree with me all you want to, that's fine. But I'm going to tell you this like I see it. And that is, we are accepting to be degraded. We are actually furthering white supremacy. We are allowing white supremacy to still control our minds. What if the most prominent artist today, what if Kendrick Lamar, Travis Scott, Jay-Z, Snoop Dogg, Ludacris, Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, what if they stood on the stage and said, no more. No more. We are not going to use it again. We are going to say, my brother, my sister. We will say, my homie, my boy, my girl, my partner. Tell me what would happen if they do that. Tell me, because I think y'all understand something. Remember when Michael Jackson used this phrase, let me pull it up. Michael Jackson put out a record. And there was a song called They Don't Care About Us. This is an article from June 15th, 1995, the New York Times. And the lead, one of the most anticipated and heavily promoted albums in years, Michael Jackson's History, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1, includes a song with lyrics that can be interpreted as pointedly critical of Jews. Although Mr. Jackson has over the last decade built a reputation as a performer whose music consistently focuses on childhood, fantasy, love, and brotherhood, his new double album, which is to be released by Sony Music on Tuesday, is profane, obscure, angry, and filled with rage. In the song, They Don't Care About Us, Jackson says, "Jew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kike me, don't you black or white me." That's what it says in the song. Now, Jackson went on ABC and said, "It's not anti-Semitic because I am not a racist person," he told Diane Sawyer. "I could never be a racist. I love all races," he added. "My accountants and lawyers are Jewish. My 3 best friends are Jewish: David Geffen, Jeffrey Katzenberg, and Steven Spielberg. Mr. Geffen, Mr. Katzenberg, and Mr. Spielberg are partners in the DreamWorks studio." Okay? Let me tell y'all what happened with this. Michael Jackson was ordered. First of all, he had to apologize. The ADL demanded he apologize for those lyrics. That they had printed the album. They had to destroy all copies of that album. They had to then they ought to have, so he did on June, now mind you, I just read for you, June 15th, the article. On June 17th, Jackson issued another public apology for his choice of words. He promised that future copies of the album would include an apology. 2 million copies of the record had already been shipped. And guess what happened? Those were returned and destroyed. Now, this is what Spike Lee said. This is according to Wikipedia. Spike Lee noticed some kind of double standard in the music industry, telling the New York Times, stating, "While the New York Times asserted the use of racial slurs and They Don't Care About Us, they were silent on other racial slurs in the album." The notorious B.I.G. says "nigga" on this time around, another song on the History album, but it did not attract media attention as well many years before, use in lyrics of words "nigger" by John Lennon. Why am I saying all of this? Because Michael Jackson had to apologize. Michael Jackson had to destroy the album. You go by History today, you're not going to hear those words. You're not going to hear those words at all on that song, because he was ordered to remove it. Now you tell me, why aren't record executives that vigilant about the N-word? You ever notice that anytime the N-word comes up in music, they always go, First Amendment, artistic freedom, freedom of expression. I just gave you Michael Jackson, one of the greatest artists of all time, was forced to apologize and had to get rid of those copies and change the lyrics of his song. I don't recall any of those folks using artistic freedom and expression and art and a reflection of our society, because it wasn't allowed. Black people, people of African descent, descendants of slaves, wake the hell up. Stop allowing future generations to be controlled by white supremacy. Learn to affirm who we are. We don't need to reclaim the N-word. We don't need the N-word. We should destroy the N-word. That's what we should do. And so I hope all of these people who now are outraged at this 7-year-old video of Louis C.K., Chris Rock, Ricky Gervais, and Jerry Seinfeld, we're going to be as vigilant about not using the N-word and saying, remove it from our society. Because if they don't, and they accept it, they explain it away, they're hypocrites. Pure and simple. There's no other way to explain it. They simply are hypocrites. Folks, don't forget to support Roland Martin Unfiltered by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. These are the kind of conversations we have on my daily digital show. We will return on January 3rd, and I can't wait for us to have this discussion and others. All right.
There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Because guess what? We come back live January 3rd. The blackest show on all of digital, cable, and broadcast. See that name right there? Roland Martin Unfiltered. Hello. Y'all want some of this? YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications. There's only one show out here, folks, in the digital world that's focused on you. Because here's the piece. I ain't afraid of Fox News. Come back live January 3rd. All right, folks, back to that Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. Now, a word from one of our Roland Martin Unfiltered partners. You've heard me say it before, and I will say it again. Write down this website, marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org. I'm going to tell you why it matters. Legal marijuana has grown to become a $9 billion industry in roughly 6 years. Forbes magazine predicts the market will continue to grow to nearly $50 billion in the next 10 years. So whether you like it or not, legal marijuana is a growing industry, and it is only going to get bigger. Now, if you're an investor, you get it. You look for business models that are easy to understand in industries that are trending up. Our friends at Transatlantic Real Estate made their business very simple. They buy land that supports legal marijuana operations and lease it to high-paying tenants. So you are investing in the landlord of a licensed marijuana farm. Stop working so hard for your money. Let your money start working for you by investing in the legal cannabis industry. You can invest as little as $300 up to $10,000. But you can't wait. This crowdfunding opportunity is only available for a few more days. They say that you either make things happen, watch things happen, or sit around wondering what happened. Don't be the person watching and wondering. Don't let another investment boom get away from you. It's time to make something happen for you, your finances, and your family. And don't forget my pro tip. To be included, you must complete and confirm your application. And be sure to complete the process. Go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org. Get in the game, folks. Do it now before time runs out. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.